All right, so we watched two new films that are eerily similar in one way. And we'll start with The Invitation. Why not?
Okay.
This one is from 2022. It was in theaters, and we did not catch it while it was in theaters. And it is about a woman who loses her mother and she has no family left. So she takes a DNA test and she finds out she has an extended family she didn't know about in England, right?
Yep.
This is in England? Yeah. And so she meets one of her cousins and he invites her to a wedding, an invitation to a wedding.
Mm-hmm.
She is a little unsure about it, but decides she's gonna just say, screw it, it's too good to be true, kind of thing. But she's just gonna go for it because they're rich and, very inviting and welcoming. And when she gets there, she meets this lord, and he's one handsome devil. And she.
Very Jane Austen,
Yes.
Mr. Darcy.
Yeah. And while she's there, things, of course, aren't as good as they seem. Um, I didn't know what this movie was about going into it, but I had a suspicion it was a specific subgenre, and I was right.
Yes.
And it's definitely known as my least favorite subgenre. So for
So,
people who frequent the channel, you'll know what that is. But overall, I thought that, and this is very similar to the last movie, or the next movie that we're going to do, but the other movie that we watched alongside of this, which was House of Darkness with Justin Long and Kate Bosworth. I thought that they were both fine. I I was engaged and intrigued throughout. I was totally into it, like throughout. Never got to any highs or any lows. I just kind of stayed interested the whole time and was just like, okay, like I want to see what happens next. I kind of like this character. I kind of like what's going on. I think that's a cool little unique spin on this a bit. I think the movie's shot beautifully. I think the locations are gorgeous. I think the acting is good. I think the cinematography and all that stuff, the costume design, the sets, as I already said, all that stuff is quality. Very, very efficient filmmaking. Is there any like overt style that you could pinpoint this person? No. It just feels like a bland genre director with a very competent crew. The spin on the subgenre, nothing new. It doesn't really bring anything fresh to the table. Everything is pretty predictable. I pointed out all the weapons that were going to be used for the demise of every character as we saw them. So it's one of those kinds of movies where they set something up and you're like, that's going to be used to kill somebody. That thing over there is going to be used to kill somebody. Oh, this is that thing. So the film is very predictable. But it's not a bad watch. It's a pretty film. There is an extended cut, which we watched, I guess, because this features 5 F words and it's a PG-13 movie, so we must have saw the unrated cut,
Yes.
the R-rated cut.
Yeah.
And the gore, there's not really any. But yeah, I liked the chemistry between the Lord and the girl. I thought was believable and good. I liked her a lot, the main girl. I didn't think she was. I never thought she made like stupid decisions. Anyway, go on. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I mean, I actually really liked this movie. I thought
Cool.
that it was really beautiful. That was like my main takeaway is just that it's super atmospheric and gothic and romantic, which is with this subgenre one of the, like if you're gonna go for the more traditional route, I think with the subgenre, that's what I want it to be. If that's
Sure.
the goal, instead of
Romantic.
I want it to be
and-
romantic and, like I said, like gothic and everything. And I think that it was really successful with that. And I was really satisfied with the ending. Like I think that it might be predictable, for us and other people who are avid film watchers and, can kind of notice those things. But it didn't take anything away for me, even though we could kind of predict what was going to happen. And I was just really satisfied at the end. I think that I would definitely watch, like, with where things kind of ended, I would watch, like, another, like, a spin-off movie, following what happened. I don't think that there's a whole, like, that, I guess the only way that would really work is if there was a plan to expand the universe, with other things.
Sure.
But it doesn't have I wouldn't say it has a cliffhanger ending or anything like that. I'm just saying that I was interested enough in the characters and the world that they were setting up that I would continue watching if there was plans to continue.
From where it leaves off, yeah.
Yeah.
It sets something up.
Potentially.
But it's definitely a final ending.
Yes.
But you could expand upon it if you want.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
which is exactly how a movie should end.
Yes, I agree. Where you have the opportunity to go into other avenues, but you could also just leave the chapter closed if you wanted. I don't know. I really liked the movie. I wouldn't say like I loved it or anything. I don't think it's like a game changer for me, but I would recommend it. I think it's really pretty, and I would recommend it. I think it's worth a watch, and it's not a waste of your time, at least in my opinion. So, I wish we had you had said this when we were watching it. I kind of wish we had seen it in theaters.
Sure.
Because of the scope of things and how beautiful everything looked.
Sure. Mm-hmm. I said that while we were watching it. Like, man, I guess we maybe should have saw this in theaters.
Yeah, I think we should.
So if you don't want to know what kind of subgenre this is, you can shut it off right here. If you're wanting to know, I'll tell you now. It is vampires. And so I only bring that up because if you are a fan of more classic vampire movies and the more romanticized versions of them, then I think this is something you'll enjoy. Yes. If you don't like the romantic side of vampire films, bringing some girl to a big castle and all that stuff, then this is probably not going to be for you. So I just wanted to leave the subgenre out because I wanted you to experience it in the film, even though I think it's heavily predictable. You never know. But if you just wanted to know, there it is. It's vampires. And if you're into vampires and the old school version of them, then check it out.
Yeah.
And it should be on VOD here really soon, like in the next few days or something. So, yeah. I think listening to Kaylee, I agree. I'll come up a little. It was better than okay. It was. I said fine.
You said fine, yeah.
It's good. Yeah. I liked it.
I did.
I liked it.
I quite enjoyed it.
Maybe somewhere at like a 6.5 or something.
Yeah.
It's a good watch. I enjoyed it, and this is not my subgenre, as people know. So, and it really came down to our main girl.
Yeah.
I really liked her, and I never felt like she put herself in any precarious predicaments that I was like, oh, come on. What are you, an idiot?
No.
I never felt that way.
Yeah.
Once it gets to the boiling point, it's too late. Right? So and why she's there and why she stays up until that point makes total sense. Yeah. So, yeah, that's a huge thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, anyways, let's move on to House of Darkness. We'll see you
there. But also, before you go,
oh yeah,
please
subscribe. I'll be serious about it this time.
Comment. Let us know what you think, and you can share. And then we also have a bunch of links in the description for you to check out, which link to our Patreon account and our TikTok page
and my
somewhere else.
Yeah, my freaking thing, where I put my movies in.
Oh yeah, and
Letterboxd.
Yeah. Yes.
So you can see how I rate every film that I watch. Yep. It's my rating though. It's not hers.
Not mine.
But we usually agree 95% of the time that she can make her own, and then you can see hers as well. But yeah.
Yeah.
So.
All right, and now we will leave.
Yeah, and let us know in the comments below what we should change the title of the channel to.
Oh, change the title of the channel?
Yeah.
To?
What was it? review for idiots or idiots,
Idiot
reviewers.
Idiot review.
Idiot reviewer. We're too stupid to remember. Anyways, bye guys.
Bye.